But other than that, we're doing great on this Wednesday.
How's your Giants been doing, Eric?
They'll be okay. I'm not scared of the Dallas Cowboys, even though they did what they did. I'm not afraid of them.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I'm kind of glad we didn't go after Pickens there. He's got a bit of character. Well, not really character issues, more of an attitude problem a bit. And we ended up drafting Golden instead, which I think this kid's going to be awesome for us.
I mean, can you blame Pickens though? I mean, he's from the Steelers. You know, it's like you got Justin Fields and Russell's throwing to me the ball. It's like he's like, come on out of here, man.
Not only that, he had to deal with Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, exactly.
Now he's got to deal with Dakota Prescott. Like, are you kidding me?
So
Dak will be good for his numbers, but that's not it.
You know what's receiver I can see actually going there is Keenan Allen.
Oh man.
No, I think he's
going to the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for Keenan Allen to go to Steelers.
Yeah, from everything I'm hearing, it seems like there might be a reunion in San Diego. Well, with the Chargers with them.
Yeah.
The Packers did right by drafting a receiver, not signing Pickens, because now you've got a first round up to 5 years at a much cheaper price, and you wouldn't have signed Pickens for long. You probably only gave him a 1 year deal.
Well, and then did you guys happen to see we do have some Jair Alexander news?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, he put a post on Facebook saying that he's going to be coming back and that. Sarah, you're going to have to mute yourself until you talk. We're getting a major echo.
What?
Mute yourself until you go to talk because we're getting a major echo. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, but Alexander had put out a Facebook post that he's coming back and glad to be back. Now I'm massively paraphrasing here, but we should be seeing his rework contract here very shortly, like the next few days. At least according to what I'm hearing from like Bleacher Report and other places like that.
Very, very interesting news. You know what? As long as he can stay healthy, I'm okay with it.
Hey, I'm more than willing to give the guy a shot to stay healthy just because of how damn good he is on the field when he is healthy.
Exactly. He makes a huge difference when he's on the field.
When he's not beating up trainers and crying going in the locker room. Yeah.
Beating up trainers? Yeah, you getting up the wrong guy there, sir.
Yeah, not Alexander. That's Quay. And even still, speaking of that, we're from what I'm hearing, we're most likely going to be signing Quay to some type of extension that's going to be longer than the 1 year that we would have got from the 5th year option.
That's the news that I saw that Quay Walker's being signed. They didn't pick up the 5th year option, which I don't know why, and that they're gonna maybe he's gonna get paid less. But I saw that.
Yeah, I got a feeling that the reason they didn't pick up the 5th year is because they want to keep him around for a decent amount, at least from listening to the coaches and that. What do you want to say there, Dorn?
I was going to say about Alexander. I think they'll sign him. They'll bring him. They're not really bringing him back because he never went nowhere. He was never cut from a team or nothing like that. But they'll bring him back, and then you know what's going to happen since the Steelers are having a fire sale. I think we'll get T.J. Watt to help our pass rush. I think that's coming in the future, real soon here.
You really think so, Doran? You really think so?
Why not?
I really hope so.
Why not?
We see how the Steelers like to stack their defense. And I can't assume that they want to move on from TJ. I haven't heard anything besides major speculation of it.
Maybe they want to build. They want as many back draft picks they can get.
Keep dreaming, John.
Hey, sir, he is a Wisconsinite now. Now he could come back home.
They got rid of Pickens so that they could pay Watt.
Oh boy, you really think so? Maybe.
Watts wants a ring. He knows he ain't getting a ring there, so.
Well, he ain't getting one there either. So I mean,
Hey, hey,
I
hey,
was
hey.
gonna say we
His Jets are a lot better than Steelers, that's for sure. Sarah, just because you guys ain't gonna snap no ring. Okay, remember, you win one season, you're out 2 seasons, and then you win a season, and then you lose a season. You know how it goes.
that's just Chad's delusion because
No,
when he's
it's
been
No,
that
it's
for
true.
30
actually
years.
look it up. It's actually
Sarah,
a
it's
true
true.
thing.
Look it up. You have a great season, then a shit season. A
Yeah.
great season, then a shit season. It's
You
been
haven't
going
had
on
a back-to-back winning season since 2008. Look it up.
Yep, yep. And hey, what do you guys think about the Vegas over unders? They got the Lions at 10.5.
What do you mean we haven't had a back-to-back winning season since 2008? We
You
went
haven't,
to the playoffs in 2019 and 2020.
but you didn't have back-to-back winning seasons, though.
How do we not have winning seasons that make the playoffs?
Because you don't have to have a winning season to make the playoffs. All you
Yeah,
got to
you
do is
do
be,
if you are a
yeah,
wild
I was
card,
gonna say they would have had to have made it as a wild card.
yep.
and you would have to have a winning season to be
And
a wild card.
you know how many teams have made the playoffs with a below 500 record? Quite a few. It happened,
Yeah,
especially
yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
but they're
winning a shitty
they're
division.
division winners.
yeah.
Yeah, and your point is what? They're division winners. Division winners.
This
Don't
is
get all
funny.
butt hurt.
In 19 and 20 is when you were having Rodgers in Green Bay going 13-3.
Yeah, so how the fuck did we win the division? You fucking retard.
Oh man.
What
One
was
way
that?
how am I? No, that's one way people get in the playoffs with a losing
No, you
record.
haven't had a back-to-back winning season since 2008.
Yeah.
Look it
Tell her,
up.
John. Let her
Look it
jump
up.
on you instead of me for a minute. So
Well,
come on. What do
Yeah,
you guys
I don't
think?
know the Vikings
No,
record
you said
offhand.
that we
It
haven't
could go
had a-
either way.
Okay, now listen to this. Now listen. Okay, last year 14-3. The year before that was 7-10, losing season. 13-4 the following season before that. Then season before that was 8-7. Then
Yeah, is that
7-9.
not a winning season? 8-7.
Like I
and
said, it
13
wasn't
and
back to back though.
You said the season before that was 13-4, and then the season before that was
14-3, and then
8-7.
I'm just happy Sarah's
8-9.
yelling at somebody besides me.
It was 8-9.
this guy right here. Get a load of this guy.
Okay, yeah, with 8 and 9, technically it's not a winning season.
Yeah, but he said
8-9.
8-7. That's
Eight
why.
and 9. It's 8 and 9.
Yeah, I was
7-9.
gonna say 8 and 7 didn't add up.
Yeah.
What's up there, A-Dub?
Yeah, because that's still over
That's
500.
good.
8-7. Yeah.
I mean, you go back in 2016, they had a 8-8 season.
All
But-
true.
Yeah, that was
500.
that actually could finish 500.
But it's not really back-to-back double-digit wins. That's if you want to go that route.
Yeah, but you saying that
You wouldn't have a
a
double-double
winning
win.
season is different than
To me,
having
double-double wins
double-digit
in the
wins.
season. I don't. If it ain't double-double seasons,
You ready,
to me, they suck. Then it's not a good season. If you don't got 10 or more wins, fuck you. Your team sucks. You know what I mean?
Dorn.
Yeah, so I mean,
say,
the year you guys beat the Cowboys, your team sucks because you didn't have double-digit wins.
I'm just saying, man. The double-digit
I
wins,
was
man.
gonna
Yeah,
say
exactly. So
that could have
the year when you
that
guys
could have been brought
beat
up.
the Cowboys,
Yeah,
what,
well,
in
A-Dub did
2023, your team sucked.
Yeah, hey, what do you have to say, sir? What do you have to say?
I was about to say I knew that part was gonna come up about that 9-8 season where we were a 7th seed, a wild card who actually overachieved to a certain extent because
Yep.
let's be honest, that year we made the playoffs we really shouldn't have because that year was supposed to be much of a rebuild for Green Bay, especially when we're transitioning to a new face of QB.
And that's right before that. They had there was only a 6 seed. They just added that 7 seed a couple years right before that. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah, you could say Green Bay deserves some credit because we legitimized that 7 seed, being the only one who has actually won a playoff game.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
bad.
See?
You said that you're
Hey.
a bad team if you don't have double-digit wins. So quit being a hypocrite.
Hey, dog, we made history once again, didn't we?
I'm just saying. I mean, you
Yeah,
didn't never
you
had
said
double
it out of
W
your
win
own
season.
mouth, so stop being a hypocrite.
2000, 2008. I think was the last time you had double win season.
Stop being a
back-to-back.
hypocrite.
I was gonna say
saying.
the
Okay.
goalpost did move a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
Even Ken
Hey,
agrees with me.
You know what? You know what? I think a good question to ask would be: should this be the year we finally see Kevin O'Connell win a playoff game? Because that's the only thing we haven't seen that Vikings coach do since he came.
No, they ain't gonna.
Yeah, he still hasn't won a playoff game. Ain't that right? That's
They won't make
crazy.
it to the playoffs, so you won't win it this year.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I think O'Connell's a damn good coach for them, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings are who we end up battling it out with for the division.
The Vikings just chokers, man.
Really?
They're purple for a reason.
Aw.
Yeah, and
wouldn't be
you're
surprised
pink
about
for a
it.
reason.
You're
Hey,
not.
I'm just saying, man.
You're telling me that's
The
completely
Lions
out of
don't make
left
the
field?
playoffs this year. Hang on.
If we're talking about hang on, because I didn't say they wouldn't make the playoffs. I said the Vikings and Packers could be battling for the division.
So we're gonna have
Could
three
be.
North teams again. You're saying?
Lions are gonna, man. Lions be lucky to even sniff the playoffs. Lions are done, man.
You're
Quit
owing
fucking 'em.
Eric $100. What are you talking
So
about?
so hold on here. Y'all saying I have a chance then? I like this.
You got
Yeah,
a chance,
Eric,
but
you
it's
do
a
got a
snowball's
chance.
chance in hell.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I
Ah,
always believed in you, Eric.
Lions gonna fall
see,
in their
sir,
pants.
I appreciate that. At least you do.
Bears, we don't have to worry about them. They definitely don't got a quarterback. They don't. Ben Johnson is way over his head.
Yeah, I saw a couple of stats earlier that I didn't get a chance to save, but it was
Okay.
marking all the starting quarterbacks of the last 3 years, and Caleb's numbers for off-platform throws and throwing uncatchable balls were the worst out of everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what shocked me because I figured with the off-platform throws that he would actually be higher up on that list.
Because he made some pretty decent ones,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah.
Enough to make you think, wow, he does have something. But then it's like, no, guess not.
You know why his
Okay.
interception rate was so low? Because he overthrew everybody. He threw the ball into the stands. You
Yep.
can't intercept a ball when it's going into the stands.
But hey,
Yeah, exactly.
He had hardly any interceptions.
Well, hey, quick question: Who in our division would like to take a chance on Gabe Davis since he's a free agent after being released from the Jags?
No, thank
Not
you.
us. We're probably gonna get Zadarius Smith back. No, really, he's still in Detroit. They're in talks. We're gonna get Zadarius at a
April,
Nobody's
get off
scared of
that.
that bum.
No, the bum is Davenport.
Yeah, you're going to have to get somebody because Hutchinson ain't looking the greatest
You know
right now.
what?
Yeah, he is.
You
No,
know what?
Hutchinson. No, I'm in Michigan. I
You
see
know
his
what?
rehab videos every day. He is looking great.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? You know what? I'm thinking when you mention Zadarius Smith, perhaps even the Bears might be somebody who might want him, especially since they might need some help in that area just as much as the Lions.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to play for the Bears. He wants to play for the Lions. He said that.
Yeah, watch the
So-
Bears offer him money. He'll be real quick to want to play
Yeah.
for the Bears.
Supposedly, from what
You ain't that special, Tab.
is
Aw.
that he'd want to either go to the Lions or the Packers, and I most certainly don't want him in Green Bay.
I'd rather take Preston back. He's out there too yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say Preston's an awesome teammate. Zadarius is more talented, but way less of a teammate.
And he sucks against the run.
Exactly.
And he's horrible against the run.
Yeah,
And
he's
he
the
only
pass
plays the
rusher.
first 9
Zadarius is
games.
the pass rusher. You're right, John. He's not a run stopper.
No. Yeah. If this is going after the quarterback, he's good, man.
I see you found that as humorous as I did, A-Dub.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Who has the team that's going 20-0 this year? Certainly ain't gonna be anybody in this division.
Nope.
No, we're gonna beat each other up, man.
That's what me and Bob say every start of the season. What's wrong with that? We're optimistic.
Hey, let's be serious. Did anybody in the North blow out the Bears? No.
Yeah, we did. We beat their ass like 30-12. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, then one team did. Did anybody blow out the Vikings in this division?
No.
Yeah, you guys did the last
Hang
week.
on, Sarah. Did anybody blow out the Packers in this division?
No.
Not
And
really,
then
no.
you can say the Lions because they went 6-0 in the division.
Yeah, so what?
That's a lucky. Hold on. That's a lucky 6-0, Chad. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a fluke
I know.
lucky.
We should have
Fluke
lost
lucky.
one. We should have lost. We could have lost, but a win's a win, and you guys will say the same thing if you win. A win.
Oh,
I mean, I can't help it. You guys paid off the refs.
Yeah, we did.
Paying off the rest. We're not the Chiefs. Come on. It's Detroit versus everybody. But what do you guys think about the Vegas odds? They got the Lions at 10.5. They got the Packers at 9.5 for the over/under, and they got both the Bears and the Vikings at 8.5. I don't think that's like.
I would bet every team to go over what they're listed, besides the Bears.
Yeah. I still say the Bears are a work in process to where 7 wins would be generous for them.
Well,
Yeah,
my problem
I
is
think if they hit 7 wins, that's a huge win for them.
last year they were the only team in our division that couldn't sweep the AFC South. But we're supposed to believe that they're somehow going to win like 10 games this season. They couldn't even beat the easy teams.
But they got a new tight end, Sarah. They got Loveland. Loveland.
I'm just wondering if Kel Williams practice being on his back all the time.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I guess with Loveland over there, I guess this means we're gonna see multiple checkdowns on the tight ends for Caleb Williams now, especially since he's got both Cole Kmet and Loveland to throw the ball to now.
Yeah, I think that'd be massively smart of him to utilize his tight ends here until he seems to get more of a comfortability playing behind an NFL line.
You don't think Kmet's tradable?
I don't think they want that.
He
they
could be.
People, man.
He could be. He could be, but I don't. He could be, but I don't see the Bears wanting to move off of him.
No.
Yeah. That's exactly the point I was going to make there, A-Dub. I think they really love him as an inline blocker, and they think he's a decent enough pass catcher where they can use him as a number 2 tight end.
It's just like a Musgrave and Kraft, basically what they got, fucking.
Go Pack, go there, Philip. Man, now I really am hoping that this Jair thing works out like it seems like it is now.
No, was that?
Can you imagine how good this defense is going to be when we were already ranked top 5 without him?
Whew.
Imagine if Davenport stays healthy, because he's productive when he's on the field.
How are we supposed to imagine something that never happens?
I know.
Oh.
That's what imagine.
Just like half your fucking draft picks. Like half your draft picks.
If we get a full season out of him, I mean, he's a sack every other game. He's like a 8 to 9 sack in a season guy if he's healthy.
Yeah, and I can imagine being rich too. Woohoo!
Yeah. Chad, unfortunately, I don't think you're going to have much luck with him staying healthy. The wind's going to blow the wrong way, and he's going to go down.
But the deal we signed is, the deal we signed with him is a good deal because it's production only. Stay healthy and produce.
Well,
and that's what it pays based on. He's not guaranteed anything. It's a performance-based contract strictly.
You just wait to the spot.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Well, how's this for a question, Chad? How much comfort and confidence do you have in your current draft class as it is right now?
The D tackle we got, I like, and I like our third round pick, Tesla.
Oh my God.
Dude, Tesla doesn't drop the ball. Listen, I like it.
That's how to
Oh
drop the
my
ball when you
God.
hardly ever catch the ball.
Listen, Chad, you got a wide receiver who blocks, man. Are you really happy about that?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to drop the ball when all he does is block.
Could have got tight end for that.
Can't drop a ball if you're blocking.
In Brad, I trust. In Brad, I
Oh
trust.
God.
So,
Yeah, I'm winning this
It's just like
100
biting
stars.
kneecaps. Would that have your biting kneecaps biting yourselves in kneecaps? You're probably on the injury report.
Yeah.
Since he's a Brad guy, does that mean Tesla's going to show up having some kind of mysterious injury that he had before the draft process?
He probably does.
Hey,
We just don't
don't
know.
be playing.
we
Come
don't
on,
know, man. We don't
Sit
know.
down. Did you eat him?
You know, and I swear the way you're talking about this receiver like he only blocks, it almost makes me think you got a younger version of Alan Lazard that they drafted.
Yeah, pretty much.
He at least from the tiny bit I've seen of him, he looks like a faster Lazard.
Not a fucking draft
He's
cap.
got
for him.
great hands. If the ball's there, he catches it, dude. So, whatever. We're gonna work with him and maybe make him the white Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever, Sarah. You don't even know what your
You're talking
quarterback
about
is. You have no
and
What's up,
idea
Matt?
what JJ McCarthy is.
You
Nobody
have no idea
does.
who Tesla is. So what the fuck are you even talking about?
They at least
Oh.
had a small glimpse of seeing what he did in the preseason before he got injured.
That's preseason.
It gives you a start of an
What's up,
idea
Rob?
No, it doesn't.
versus just going off of somebody's college. Absolutely, it at least shows what they do against NFL caliber players.
Preseason is like here. What's the best? It's like dry humping. Preseason is dry humping. It doesn't mean you're
Well,
good.
Demo knows all about that stuff, don't he?
Yeah. I almost get the
A Lions
expression
fan
like
bring that up.
yeah. I almost get that expression like preseason. You're only matching up with guys who are likely to have jobs at Walmart before they see much action on the field like the other top guys.
Yep. The Lions don't play their top guys in preseason since Brad and Dan have been there. They really don't.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but at least these guys were good enough to make it to an NFL roster in the first place. Where you, with college, there's a huge discrepancy just from the guys that were able to make it to the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hear you on that part. JJ's a winner everywhere he's been, Bob, but how often do we see that translate into the NFL? I mean, plenty of QBs have been winners, but some of them don't translate that well to the NFL to do that everywhere.
Hey, I'm going to die out on this limb, and I know it's a crazy take, but I think Tim Tebow would have won a Super Bowl if Peyton Manning never would have went to Denver.
Yeah, Ken, you're on your own.
I don't buy it either.
Hey, with that defense, I could have probably played quarterback and they would have won. Okay, maybe
Well,
not.
the Lions would have
Okay.
won a fucking
Okay.
Super Bowl if they had Stafford.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. Hey, you want to know somebody else who could have probably been a better QB if they had that kind of defense? When I think about other quarterbacks who
Kirk
busted,
Cousins. Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Okay,
What are
I
you talking
go.
about? Kirk
I
Cousins had a top defense when he
Let A-Dub finish his take.
I was gonna go further back than that and think maybe Vince Young could have done better with that defense.
Yeah, I was going to say Vince Young would be a hell of a freaking
Good cannon
quarterback
arm.
for defense for a team that had a strong defense because he had quite a bit of talent. It just wasn't always showing on the field.
Or maybe you could go as far as to say maybe even Michael Vick could have won a Super Bowl with that kind of defense.
Oh damn!
I don't even think Michael Vick would have needed a defense that strong. I think Michael Vick was a damn good quarterback. If he didn't get into the dogfighting trouble there, I think he would have been real good.
Well, Michael Vick's problem is he thought he was the running back too.
But I don't think that was his problem. I think that
Hey,
was
Chad. He had a hell of an arm too. Don't disrespect
He
him
did.
like that.
I'm not. No, he was very talented.
What's up, Steve?
What's up?
Now, eventually, Aaron Rodgers will come back on a one-day deal, but that's about it.
Where do you guys think Aaron's going? Pittsburgh?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
He's going nowhere.
Yeah, the way
I
I
think
look
it's
at
been-
I'm about to say the way I look at it, he probably holding the Steelers hostage over the idea that he's going to be there, but he wants to come. He wants to be signed on his own terms.
Yeah, on draft night, the reporter there that was talking with the Steelers and that she was saying that it, and granted, I'm massively paraphrasing here, but that it was almost a done deal that they just got to wait for it to be finalized type of thing, which I'm assuming means they got to wait for Aaron Rodgers to sign it.
No, I think they're going to have a rummage sale and T.J. Watt's coming to the Packers.
You know what? I think Don McCaskey, if he would have gotten hurt, there probably never would have been a Favre era or whatever. But I think Don McCaskey could have won a Super Bowl.
It,
The Magic Man?
That's possible.
Yep.
Yeah, that's possible that the Magic Man could have done it, but I'm so glad that he wasn't able to finish that game and Brett Favre came in.
Oh, I mean, I ain't going to take nothing away from Favre and all, but I ain't going to lie. McCaskey was always my favorite quarterback, Packer quarterback of all time. I wish he would have played 70 years. If he would have played through the years, Detroit would never, ever, ever would have beat Don McCaskey. They couldn't do it.
Well, I can't believe that when I came in here that I heard that it's going to be the Packers and the Vikings fighting for first place. That was like I can't believe that. Anybody that would think that.
You're acting like this is completely out of the realm of possibility.
It is. I think it'll be the Lions and the
I mean, I
Vikings.
can't believe people look for Bigfoot and yet here you are.
No, I mean, it's going to be the Packers and the Lions fighting for the division. It is. It just is.
I don't believe that 1 second. You know why I don't believe that? Because you know out of your own mouth that's a lie.
Why? Why?
Lions are
Why?
going 8-9.
The Lions are going downhill. Because the train is coming, Chad. Choo,
You guys are just wishing.
We're coming.
Wishful thinking.
No,
Whatever.
the wishful
We're already
thinking
past it, Chad. Dude.
is that you think your team's going to be the exact same as last year when you
Absolutely
lost all
not.
these fucking coaches.
Hang on. Did I say that? Did I say that? No,
You-
absolutely not.
You're acting
You're,
like this.
you're
We'll
acting
be
like
lucky
this
to
is
get
some
12
place time.
wins. If we get 12 wins, we will be very lucky.
That's where we're saying 8 wins. Yeah, I'll give you maybe 9.
Fine,
You
I'll
might
give
beat
you
the Bears
7.
twice.
Are you happy?
Yeah. Well, we'll have plenty of time to see when the schedule comes out. Like, where can we see those 12 wins coming from for the Lions?
Well,
or
week 1,
maybe-
I said lucky. I didn't call 12.
yeah, you are lucky fluke season last year. We know that.
The schedule's out, bro.
No,
We just don't know who's opening. It's going to be Detroit and Philadelphia opening the Thursday
Why
night.
would they put you on? You lost. You got your ass whooped by rookie.
Yeah. You know why those shitty fucking team?
For real.
Yeah.
What's
They
up,
want
Chief?
Washington.
Well,
they want
shitty
Washington
team.
and Eagles.
A
Well,
shitty
they
They
didn't
could
team
put
that
Washington and Eagles. Why would they put you? You lost to them. Good Lord. Yeah, I can't believe the Knicks are 2-0 up on Boston. Whew.
Now, Jason, that's funny that you bring
Well-
that up. Now, I don't know for Magic Man versus Brett Favre, but I got one of the alumni tours there in Green Bay with Ahmad Green, and I had asked him who was more competitive between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, He said Brett Favre. I figured it would have been Aaron with the persona that he puts out.
Favre was a gunslinger.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
he was just a
I'm-
downright
Right.
gunslinger. Like the Favre, in a way, to me, I love this play. He didn't care. He just drilled the pass.
Now, what were you trying to say, A-Dub?
Yeah, I was gonna go back to some of them comments that I was seeing, talking about the Knicks one. I'm thinking at this rate, as much as it ain't football talk, but personally, I'd say for the NBA, I think we're guaranteed to crown ourselves a new NBA champion this year. That Boston may not repeat as they think they will.
One thing that irritates me about
because I don't follow basketball whatsoever.
one thing that irritates me about the NBA now is that all these teams keep shooting threes. It irritates the fuck out of me. Like, go drive to the paint and score. Why are you shooting threes and shooting yourself out of the game?
Well,
Cybermetrics, Sarah.
if
Cybermetrics.
if I had to give my personal reason, it's because the game ain't the same as it used to be back then.
Oh hell no.
Much about it has changed to where, hey, bigs are not as physical down low as they used to be back then. Everybody wants that long range shot just to win games nowadays. People have fallen in love. People seem to have fallen in love with being a long range shooter during the league.
Oh, I was going to say that's like the NFL here, where you'll see the flow go where a team's running heavy play action with these deep shots downfield, and you'll be seeing a whole bunch of copycatting.
Hey, who's the Packers kicker this year?
McManus.
Brandon McManus.
Are you guys confident in that or not?
Oh, absolutely. After what he showed last year, we at least have the kicker settled for the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as opposed to drafting one that you can't count on to kick the necessary field goals you need when they matter most.
Yep.
Well, the Lions did good last year signing Jake Bates from the whatever league that is. They did good. It was the Packers wanted him too.
We brought him in.
I was going to say, we would have taken a dog at kicker that year.
Shoot. Funny thing is, we had
You guys wouldn't be happy if you had Jake Bates. You guys would.
Shoot, I'm saying we already took our chances on trying to get something out of Greg Joseph in a kicking competition in the preseason with a rookie, and that didn't turn out well.
We could have told you that.
Yeah.
And Jason, if I remember correctly, Brett Favre is the only quarterback to win MVP 3 years in a row.
And he went to back-to-back Super Bowls as well for us.
Yep.
And you notice there's no Bear fans in here because they know they're done.
No, I was going to say Matt Henry's a Bears fan, but he's a logical Bears fan.
Well, we got a Giants fan.
They already had their show. They already had their show earlier to talk about what they feel about their team in their draft.
Yeah.
Could we hear that on the Lions show that's going on right now?
What if Paul Merkel was in here right now? We'd all get him, wouldn't we?
Paul Merkel don't even come on any of the lives anymore. He's so far freaking out of it. I would pay money to see Paul Merkel on here, and I just leave him up here by himself with A-Dub.
Yeah.
No, sir.
That would be fun.
Come on, you don't want to rip Merkel a new asshole for an hour?
There's a theory out there.
I get enough of Paul Merkel running his mouth commenting on posts I put up every other day, just to laugh at the gas bag when he does.
Who is
That's
Paul
all the
Merkel?
entertainment.
He is the poster dumbass of the Bears. He predicts outlandish shit that never comes true.
If he predicts it, listen, Sarah, if Paul predicts it, go and bet the exact opposite because you're going to win 9.5 out of 10 times.
Sarah, he's just as bad as Chad. Put it that way.
All right, what were you trying to say, Bob?
I'm gonna say he's only the biggest resident Bears homer you'll ever know. Almost identical to Richard Oliver in some ways.
Yeah, every year the Bears are going to the Super Bowl, he says.
Yeah. My God.
Well, you already hear him talking about how he claims the Bears are gonna own and run the division this year.
And that Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in the NFC North.
Yeah, I see the Lions and Bears fighting for the basement, to tell you the truth.
Shit, he might not even be the best quarterback on his own roster.
It's a good thing.
Done better with budget last year.
It's a good thing you're blind, John, because you don't see.
Yeah, there were like Bears fans. There was a sector of Bear fans who were demanding for Tyson Bagent, the Bagent man.
Agent Bagent season coming up.
It's actually Secret Bagent Man, is what they call it.
Or whatever. I don't give a shit. But they were demanding for him to get on the field.
Do you even know the song, Sarah? Secret
No,
Agent
because I
Man?
don't give a shit.
I can believe that, Matt.
Yep. And this is why I said Matt's one of the few rational Bears fans out there.
I don't think the Lions are going to the Super Bowl this year. I hope they do, but I don't think so. I believe they'll win the division with between 10 and 12 wins, and I believe that they're not going to make it.
You believe in Bigfoot?
Well,
what does that tell you?
if one has to be honest, the way I look at it at this season right now, the entire NFC is the Eagles' conference to lose now.
Yeah, I was going to say they got to try to fight off the Commanders because they're definitely a hot team. The Giants, I think, will be better, but I don't think they got to worry about upsetting the Eagles.
Don't get Eric mad. Don't get Eric mad. Look at that look.
Well, hey, you talking about?
I think Eric wants to go out and fight over that one. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Hey, who was it that signed the 450-pound O lineman? Was it the Bears? From
the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay has it.
Vita and their dude, man, that's a be a
the
wall,
guy
man.
from Florida?
Yep. That big guy from Florida is with Tampa Bay. Him and Vita Vea on the D line. Their case is like, let's see if the Eagles can run the tush push against Tampa Bay this year with that big guy up front.
Hey, Chad, can you
not even just with the fucking tush push? Can you imagine trying to run against that defensive line?
I would just throw the ball.
Well, no, you do that. You do fancy plays. You do like pitch outs and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know, man, but I'll tell you what, that 450-pound guy ain't gonna play all 4 snaps all game long. He's not gonna be in there.
Well, yeah, he's
I'm sure you mean he's not an every down lineman.
See, what they're going to use him for is him and Vita go right next to each other for when the tush push comes. You got a brick wall right there.
Yeah, he's going to be here for the rundowns. Any obvious passing down, I see him off the field.
Yeah, you know what? I think the Eagles versus Commanders has the best chance to be the first game of the season played.
But I heard that he lost like
can
35
it
pounds.
be? Hang on. The first game of the season is always the Super Bowl winner. So how could you say that?
Because the Eagles won the Super Bowl?
Oh, that's Eagles and Commanders? Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Wait, why don't you look at draw? Why don't you look at network draw on TV? The Lions were in the top 3. The Commanders were not.
Yeah, but the Commanders had a hell of a lot more of a playoff run than the Lions did.
Yeah, they knocked the little kitties out.
Yeah, and they're the
fucking didn't know any capping, man.
they're the hot new team right now with the hot new quarterback, and you know how the NFL likes to shove those type of teams and players in the spotlight.
I mean, they got a better quarterback than you guys, so of course they're gonna feature.
Hey, turn that vibrator off.
Yeah, but then at the same time, the reason I would say that matchup happens is because I'm sure for some people the first division matchup of the season can be the most entertaining to watch too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with that being a divisional matchup like that, and after how bad the Eagles ended up trouncing them, I wouldn't mind seeing it just to see if the Commanders have made enough steps to close the gap between them and the Eagles.
I think the Giants will actually smoke the Eagles. Probably gonna sweep them.
Whoa.
Doherty, if that happens, we definitely have a 1,000% chance then
No.
if that happens.
Jay,
Is that
If that happens, you better go to Dorn's house since you both live in Wisconsin.
to be real though, I don't know why the Giants never
An
fired
entire
that coach.
case of fucking beer and like 3 freaking jars of moonshine.
If that
Huh?
happens, you better put money on the Giants going to the Super Bowl.
Oh man.
One thing about it, I don't like Giants head coach, man. I think they should have
Neither do
fired him. They should have fired him like 2 years ago already. You know what I mean?
No, I'm so with you, Dorn.
They need to blow that fucker back up again. Tell you the truth, they really do. Sorry,
yeah.
Eric. Sorry, Eric, man.
No, I don't. He was good for Buffalo though. I don't know what happened to him.
He got power and it went to his head.
Yeah.
I don't remember who the coordinator was, but used to get in huge fights with him on game day. And it
Capta.
wasn't only him that was getting into fights with the bull there.
Yeah, it was Kafka, and then they demoted him.
And he was fighting with a whole bunch of people. A lot of people said that he's an absolute rotten prick on game day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and didn't he fight with their defensive coordinator that he just up and left?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about there.
Martin what's his
Who's
name?
Martindale?
Yeah, Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, don't look good.
Washington and Minnesota. Yeah, I wonder what happens when you see two quarterbacks from the same draft class match up. Like we've seen it happen last year where Caleb Williams played two different
Yeah, he
QBs
lost to both of
from
them.
his Drake May and Jaden Daniels.
Oh wait, no, he lost to both Daniels and May.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
May didn't have any weapons, and they still whooped his ass.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why I think Drake May is going to be a damn decent quarterback in this league. Because I liked him in the draft process all the way through as that was coming, and what he showed this past year, he gives you a lot of promise.
What's he, another Kirk Cousins?
Oh God! I said
I think
not
Gordon
make you want to beat your head against the wall.
Goff,
Shit.
that quarterback gives you that false hope, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately, Vrabel's a damn good head coach. So I would be a little worried if I was an AFC team about having to face them.
Well, and he got an offensive coordinator who he knows nobody's going to poach. Because he's never
seen
getting
it,
a head
Chief.
coaching job again.
Oh yeah, I highly doubt anybody's ever going to dream of giving McDaniels another head coaching job. Shit, as an offensive coordinator, he's great. But again, another guy you give that power to, and it goes straight to his head.
You guys think Flores has a chance to be a head coach or not?
Oh, absolutely.
Nope. Not until he gets that lawsuit with the NFL resolved.
Yeah, I forgot about that lawsuit there. I didn't even realize it was still going on.
I think Gruden would get a job before for that.
Yeah. Gruden, it kind of almost seems like everything's positioning for him to come into the league next year.
Gruden also has a
Yeah.
lawsuit against the NFL. I don't think that's happening either.
Well, Gruden's, I think, is going to get resolved within this next, well, by next season. And
Yeah.
it kind of seems like they're positioning a bit to have him come back for them.
Yeah, John Gruden back, and then the only question is, which team gets the nickname of Gruden Grinders?
Probably the Giants will probably grab him.
That would be the best move the Giants could make.
Exactly.
Shit. And you know, with his attitude, he kind of fits for them.
You know, I really thought Shadur Sanders was going to the Giants. I was so amazed he didn't.
You know,
Yeah, you were wrong.
the whole reason he
Yeah,
didn't
it's
go
always
to the
wrong.
Giants is they gave him a pre-install package before his meeting with them. He never even bothered looking at it, and then got all pissy when they were giving him shit about it.
Yeah, with that, yeah, as far as the Giants go, I guess it's just a matter of time to wonder how soon before we see Jackson throwing darts.
See, I think Jackson Dart's going to be one of those that's going to ride the pine for his first year, especially since he's got two established quarterbacks ahead of him. Not that they're great quarterbacks or anything. I just think they rather them take the beat until they finish constructing that offensive line.
You better hope
Yeah,
he's throwing darts to your team and not darts to the other team.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, and one's got to wonder who will Eric root for since the Giants have to play Green Bay this year.
Oh, you already know who I'm rooting for, man. Come on. What kind of question is that?
He goes for a tie. He goes for a tie.
Yeah, Eric, which G are you going for?
This one, of course. Oh, man.
And I guess the question is, and I guess another question, which quarterback should we look forward to seeing when Green Bay plays them? Do we go for Mr. Unlimited or Crab Legs?
Oh, man. That's a
Mr.
good
Unlimited
question.
Crab Legs.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to that. It's probably going to end up being Giants country. Let's squash.
If I were the Browns, I would keep all 5 quarterbacks in their 17 seasons. So make each one of them play like 3-4 games, so that you can't, so that you don't know what quarterback is coming out which week to play you.
Shit, if I'm them, I'd honestly put Shador on the practice squad. You know, no other team really wants to deal with the issues of him, to where you might be able to sneak him on there.
You know what I would put him? I would put him in a punt returner. Why not? Make him run his fucking keeps.
Yeah, he's unfortunately nowhere near fast enough to be a punt returner. He's not like he's Justin Fields out there running the ball.
Hey, we got you going on until you find out, right? You gotta put him out there. I want to see it.
You know, you just want to see the poor kid get exploded.
Yeah, I just think the Browns already drafted another quarterback before Shador.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shador's getting all the attention. The third stringer's just sitting back like, what the hell?
Yeah, but maybe they did that for the competition, and now if Shadur's going to be their quarterback, they got him for dirt cheap for the next 4 years.
Oh yeah. If Shador works out, the Browns are going to look like freaking geniuses with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's going to be a big circus clown thing fucking going on. It already is. I mean, every day something's coming up.
Shador has to have learned from this event of the draft.
It doesn't look like he has, though.
Well, he needs to, otherwise he will be sitting on the couch. This should have been a wake-up call for him that the NFL's not keen on that shit. At least not until you produce it on the
in Rob's voice.
Oh my god! All that does is remind me of the Family Guy freaking skit there. Shapoopy, Shadookie. The quarterback that's hard to take. Oh shit! At least I got a laugh out of Eric on that one.
So,
Hey,
Chad,
man.
you think Hutchinson's going to be 100% by week 1?
I think he's going to be 90 to 95. Yes.
I think he's going to be about 60, 65.
Well, that's good to know because whatever you think, you're always wrong. So
I'm always right, tell you the truth. I told you you're one and done.
you're a legend in your own imagination, John.
I don't know if I'd say that because John Dorn definitely has his own fan club with bobbleheads coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
Really? I want
Oh.
a John Dorn bobblehead so I can fucking flick the head every night. Just
Every
fucking
time home,
flick my
you know, these
fingers.
corners. Nope,
Well,
ain't gonna work out. Ain't gonna work out. I mean, he's still working on corners yet, ain't he?
No, he's cutting and everything, dude. I'm watching his workout videos. I'm in Detroit, so I get it. And I watched the Detroit. I watched the Detroit Lions YouTube page and all that. Yeah, no, he's looking good.
Yeah, he's slow. He's getting up. He's got a limp yet.
You don't
actually,
have to be
his
fast
leg-
to be a pass
his
rusher.
leg-
You just have
his
to
leg-
be medium. You
his
just have
leg
to
is
have-
smaller than the other. Dude, I read up on it, man. More than one place too.
Where did you read that? In the Green Bay Packer news?
No, his leg ain't fucking deformed yet, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say from the videos I've seen of him, which granted isn't a lot, he's got a hitch in his run, but I'm also not paying super attention to it and watching every video they're putting out on the guy.
And you go on your website, those videos, even your own fan base sees it. It's just the delusional ones like you that fucking say, no, he's 100%.
Well, guess what? Guess what? He's still got 6 months.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can heal quite a bit in 6 months.
Yep. But
I'm
then,
just saying,
then
He's hard working.
there's a
Hey.
chance he might never
You
be the
guys
same.
wish you had Hutch.
He
The
might
Packers
never.
wish
He
they
might
had
never.
him.
He might never be the same, man. He might.
Whatever.
I don't
He
know.
might, or he might be better, John.
He might be like Davenport for now here on out. Who knows?
I don't know if you're gonna get better after an injury. I think the best you can hope for is to go back to where you were.
Like Levi too. That's another guy that's fucking always injured.
Because shit, we saw it firsthand with Robert Tunyon there. Dude
Yeah.
looked like he was going to be great. Had more touchdown catches and drops, breaks his leg, and is never the same player ever again.
Never again. Yep.
Lewis seen too.
A lot of players, man.
He broke his leg in London, and
But some players come back and it doesn't affect them. It
Mhm.
depends. Everybody's different.
Yeah, it's
Not every
unfortunately
player's
a crapshoot.
Hutchinson. Hutch is a special kind of person, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he is when he's healthy.
You know, I'll give you that because I said the same thing when people were comparing Aaron Rodgers' torn Achilles versus Kirk Cousins. Aaron Rodgers at least put up respectable numbers last year. Kirk Cousins most certainly didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, more interceptions and touchdowns.
Yeah, and Aaron
yeah,
Rodgers.
but Aaron Rodgers had more
had
time. Rodgers had more time to recover than Kirk, though, because Rodgers went out like the very first week of September or whatever, and he was
Yeah.
able to come back.
Oh,
and
look
Kirk,
at this. Sarah's defending Kirk Cousin. Can you believe it? Oh,
I'm not
my
defending
God.
him. I'm just
Did
saying
hell
that
freeze
Rodgers
over,
had more
Sarah?
time to heal.
Mm-hmm.
It's facts.
Yeah, when did Kirk pop his? What week?
Not till like it was right.
the week that we played the Vikings,
Yeah.
that's when it happened.
It
Okay,
was
so-
right
yeah, that was
before the
about in
trade
the middle of the
deadline.
season.
That's how we were able to get Dobbs.
And you know, there's different, different in the injuries. Some are worse than the others. Some you can come back. You can tear something really bad, or you can just kind of like.
I with an Achilles tear, if it's
Yeah.
a complete tear, there's either completely torn or not.
Well, hey, I even had a Lions fan talk to me about Hutch had suffered an injury much worse than that during his college years
Yeah, he
to
did.
where he
Ankle.
could come back.
His
Okay.
ankle. On the same leg though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that at least gives you a little bit of extra hope if you're a Lions fan that he's gonna come back since he's done it before. But then you could also run into the Chubb scenario of because of it being
Nick
compound.
Chubb.
Who knows?
It was a clean compound, though, you guys. There was nothing torn.
Oh, believe me, I saw the break, and I've mentioned that it was a clean break.
Yeah, and that was a scary sight for Nick Chubb as far as that break.
Oh, that one was a bad one. It wasn't as bad as what he got in college, but holy shit.
Yeah, I think Hutchins got brittle bones, I think.
It
You barely tapped that dude and fucking just snapped.
what I kind of wonder is, did that break come about because of that weird run that Hutch has, that his legs almost kind of flail out a bit?
That hip drop fucking tackle he does. That's why he broke his leg.
Yeah, didn't he run into his own guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he swung around sideways and his leg hit
Hip drop.
another
Hip
guy's
drop. Should have been a
leg.
flag on that fucker. Should have been a flag on that thing too, even. You ain't supposed to do hip drops like that. You get
It
hurt.
wasn't a flag. Whatever. He got the sack, dude. He broke his leg during the play and still
Yeah,
got
doing the
the
hip
sack.
drop. Hip drop. Should have been a flag on that too.
So are you saying that the NFL made the hip drop tackle illegal to make sure that Hutch doesn't get injured again?
Probably.
It is
Oh
boy.
boy.
Oh.
I heard they made that rule because the Packers kept crying about that tackle.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know. Both of you guys were crying about, oh, we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of holding because our corners hold too much.
No, I'll give you. Our corners hold a lot, you know?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
you want to get rid of that penalty.
So do your corners hold a lot, too.
Yeah, but we're not the ones crying about getting rid of that penalty. You guys are.
We didn't cry, Sarah.
Well, then why did you bring it up to have them remove that?
No, in fact, we're the ones that brought up because of your good record that you should have had a better seed. We're the ones that got that.
No, you guys brought up two. You guys brought up the seating and that. And
Well, the reason the Lions brought up the seeding is because they didn't want to have to face Washington again.
Yeah.
I want to face Washington again. So bring it on.
Yeah,
Well,
you
you
get
get
the Lions won by Daniel twice.
well, you're getting your chance.
59,
Well,
don't run over, or Bill's gonna be mad.
Uh,
well,
was Rob.
hey.
I'm pretty sure I know how to run the show.